There we go. No, but this is like out of nowhere heat. Like, because the whole last 2 months have been so amazing. And then one day, just 110. Um, oh, anyway, how you guys doing up there? This is an ongoing problem, not just for ourselves, but for several other people that watch the show, from Texas to some buddies in Vegas, to the East Coast. There's record heats across the entire country, and then not only that, you have Canada to deal with, and they have the fires over there. So usually we're the ones dealing with the wildfires and the smoke and the smog and the ashes everywhere. Now it's several different states who usually don't have any kind of system in place to deal with that stuff. Just like Texas had to deal with the snow, last year?
Mm-hmm.
It's, oh my gosh, it's terrible. It is so terrible right now.
Yeah, it's not fun. Not fun at all.
Hey, brother, how you doing? To Eduardo, Lorenzo, and to Amber, to everybody out there watching. Again, stay cool out there, guys. I need to borrow this. I'm gonna cut this cigar now.
Yeah, go
Frankie,
ahead.
excellent call for today. I'll let you go into it if you want.
Yeah, so today is Melanio Monday, guys. We are smoking the Oliva Sirvi Melanio Maduro Torpedo. Now, I do prefer the original Melanio over the Maduro personally, but I figured, hey, we got to smoke them, so why not smoke them today?
I think I agree with you, but at the same time, I don't, because I love the Melanio Maduro. I have not had both in a back-to-back for any time. I don't think I've ever done that. So I would really have to compare them like an apples to apples moment and really see what I prefer. 103 there in Texas. Yeah, you know exactly what we're talking about then. It's dumb hot. It is the point where I can't use my brain anymore, and I don't want to. I don't even know why you would do that to yourself. There we go.
Yeah, I couldn't fathom being someone who has to work outside right now. I just
I apologize for those
it
guys.
blows my mind, and I tip my hat to them because them being outside in this heat right now is just insane, man.
There we go. Excuse me, but as Frankie said, we're both having that Melanio Maduro and the Figurado. You said
Torpedo.
Excuse me. No, the Figurado comes down to the shape of both ends.
It does.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. There we are. John, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah, it does feel like a sauna. They say, oh, it's just a dry heat out here. We don't have to deal with the humidity. It's still not fun. It is still not fun whatsoever. It is. I mean, right now in a nice air conditioned area, which is fantastic. But once we leave, that AC takes a little bit to kick on, and it's uncomfortable for a while. And man.
And that's if your AC is working. I know a lot of guys out there, a lot of guys and gals whose car AC kicks out on them.
Yeah.
Or once you kick it back on, for the summer, your house one might clunk out on you because it hasn't been used all year. Just I hope you get them working real quick. Your businesses, your homes, wherever you might be, I hope you get that stuff working ASAP.
But make sure to bring your animals in too. You don't want to leave them outside in the heat like that.
Not for a moment right now, unless you are one of those lucky few who are somewhere where it's not too bad. I mean, you go closer to the coast, you're good to go. Cool. I'm too old to mess with the heat anymore, and I never liked it anyway. I'm with Jeff 100%.
Where is Jeff right now? You think Jeff's at the bottom of a swimming pool or something, just chilling?
Jeff could be anywhere in the world, honestly. The amount of traveling and the fishing, the awesome stuff he does, I would picture him somewhere on a beach. I'm thinking of Mai Tai in hand, just in case. I didn't realize how much I liked those until I had one here. And of all places, Bakersfield, California.
Right.
And it was delicious. So there you go. I was thinking about buying some of those sticks. How are they? I have had the regular Melanio. I actually think the regular Melanio and the Maduro. I think okay. I'm gonna let Frankie touch this one because he is more of the Melanio man than I am.
So for this cigar for the Maduro, obviously using a Maduro wrapper. On the original Melanio, using it in the Sumatra wrapper. I believe Ecuadorian Sumatra, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be the big difference between the two. If you prefer a Maduro wrapper, obviously you're going to want to give the Maduro a try. If you like the original Sumatra wrapper, you want to stick with that. I do appreciate the Maduro wrappers. I will have from time to time. Whenever I have it in my humidor, I will smoke it. but I do prefer, in my opinion, the original Siri Melanio. I prefer that Sumatra wrapper much more to this Maduro in that blend. I mean, Sumatra is not my favorite wrapper, um, but I will say when it comes to this blend, I do prefer it in the Sumatra over the Maduro.
Todd, I'm sorry, I'm skipping a couple of them. We'll get at you. I said, Todd, have you tried Foundation um, Metepe or it's supposed to be Ometepe? Or am I thinking of the wrong cigar?
Omatep is a region.
I don't know why I was thinking. No, that's right. That's a region. No, I'm thinking of the Olmec, not the Metep. Metep. Am I pronouncing that correct? Help me out here.
Metapa?
Metepa? Is that? Help? Yeah.
I don't know.
What's the band look like on that? Because I might be thinking of just the wrong cigar right now. Um, when I saw that, my mind went straight to Ometepe. But yeah, you're right. It's one of the 4 growing regions
It
in
is.
Nicaragua. So that's probably not what you're saying. I apologize. Lorenzo, though, it is 110 here today. Going to be 110 to 112 for the next 10 days here in Bakersfield. So, yay. Jeff, though, he is at home. I got the AC on, full blast, 3 o'clock when PG&E kick in. With the high rates, I'll have the house down to about 68 by then. Smart call. Smart call. Full bodied lately. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. You're looking at the rebranded new factory operations over at Founders, excuse me. And their new Roosevelt is a great Maduro. I think you were smoking that last week on the show. I got to smoke it at PCA. A full body delicious stick. Founders, my gosh. You're gonna love that. I 100% guarantee it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And as far as full body goes, they reintroduced the Segovia Destiny Maduro. Also,
Yes.
up there in the strength category. Small company, but you can still find them. If not, get a hold of them directly and get them to him. Um, Trying to think of else what full bodied I've had recently.
I wouldn't say full bodied, but that Ricky Taki from Martinez has got a good bit of heft to it, even in the Longsdale. Yes, Founders Cigars. We got to get them on the show soon, Angelo and the whole team. Really,
Not to be confused with Foundation.
yeah. Sorry,
Different company.
that was my bad saying that. Founders, not Foundation. Founders, and as the name suggests, their Maduro is called the Roosevelt. You know, someone who helped build the country. I like that. Um, It is a phenomenal Maduro, but they also have a barber pole that's excellent. Their Candela ranks up there with some of the others that I really like, which is a short list because Candela is usually not my go-to. But you probably, I think quite a few of you out there will find something from Founders you're gonna love.
Up next is a fantastic question from Archie that I absolutely love. Do you smoke during your fantasy football draft? And who's your number one overall pick? I will answer that. As it is, I am reigning champion. I feel I'm probably best to field this question.
Whatever.
We played 2 years now with this group, and I've finished in second and first place. So it's clear to say I am the best in our group. Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. Me and Bret Hart share that. But as far as the draft day goes, I'm usually right here in this spot. I've got my iPad out with the list of who's already been selected. I got my phone here to actually do my draft on. I've got my magazines on either side, or actually, I'll have magazines on this side and my own checklist on this side of players that I want. I'll have a beverage, I'll have a cigar. And while they're all over at Cigars and More drafting in a noisy spot, I'm right here by myself. And I don't even turn the TV on. I just turn the lights on that I need, and I focus. Julian or Justin Jefferson was my first choice last year. He did fantastic for me. Year before that, I took Christian McCaffrey, and that was a shit show with him getting hurt. This year, I don't know yet who my number one draft pick will be. I'm still going through the magazines, looking over the list. Um, I have to wait till we get our draft order. I mean, I can say, like I said, I'll just take Christian McCaffrey for the hell of it. I'll say I'll take him first, but what if I'm, fourth, fifth, or last pick? I might not get him. So, I definitely look at bye weeks also. I'll make sure that my starting players have different off weeks, and then my third in line for whatever position also has a different off week. So I don't really do a whole lot of picking up and dropping, other than kickers and defenses. Those 'cause I don't really care. Um, I try to trade as minimal as I have to.
I will say this, Archie. I actually have a similar routine. I also come here, but I am sitting over at the TVs I have them playing, and then the app will go bing, and then it's my turn, and then I just pick whoever's next, like the points rating, and when they say, "Oh, you should get one of these guys because you don't have enough yet," I do that. That is my strategy. Usually, we'll pick up Tom Brady first, but that's not going to happen.
This will be the first year that I can remember
That I can't get Tom Brady.
that I've been watching football since I've been alive. We'll watch a season without Tom Brady playing.
That's not true. He hasn't been playing since '84.
No, but I'm
But
saying
since you've been watching,
since I've been watching.
when did he start playing? It was like late
23
'90s. Right?
years ago.
So okay, so my entire adolescent to now life, basically. That is it in crazy. That's a crazy long career.
Yep.
I don't have that anymore, so can't get him on. And the NFL fantasy draft starting as yep. Frankie knows what he's doing. I will give him that. But then he likes to pick my team dry once he knows I can't get to playoffs really. So
I'll tell you what's hard. Fantasy football is not that bad. Fantasy baseball is not that bad. Even basketball is not that bad. Hockey is a pain in the ass, man.
Difficult.
You got to watch like so many activities going on. You got to make sure you have guys in that aren't playing on the same day and have enough guys to fill out multiple days. That is crazy. That is tough.
You also have to know something about hockey. I love hockey. Don't get me wrong, but I like to watch it. I'm not into the sport as deep as other people are. I didn't realize the flying V wasn't a real thing. Who would have guessed you can't use a cowboy lasso during the games? That was also a shock to me. But I'm very happy for the Golden Knights. I will say that right now. I got Henry over here in the comments. I'm a big Golden Knights fan. A friend of mine in not just one, a couple of friends in Texas, not very happy about those results. And we were in Texas as that game was going, or as that series was going.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun. Flying V, not so much a real thing, apparently. That's not on me. I think that's on hockey itself. But I will not be doing fantasy hockey again. I'm gonna stick with the football because I have fun doing it, even though I lose a bunch. I don't mind losing. I mind losing like day after day after day with hockey because you got to play so much. You play new players. I didn't realize goalies could go off as much as they do. Oh, this goalie got 12 points this game. Like,
yeah,
he didn't score once, I don't think. Oh my gosh! Sorry guys, these
spider
mosquito.
Oh wow,
the mosquitoes in Bakersfield are real, guys. They will eat you alive, so be careful. I'm just I'm gonna leave that one alone.
In the comments, guys, let us know if you play fantasy sports, and if so, which ones you play. I think there's also one for like NASCAR and stuff too.
Yeah, you can build a team or something, or your own
drivers and shit.
Yeah, what's no, it's a team still, right?
Yeah, they're teams.
Yeah, they're teams. I thought there was another word for it. Yeah, fantasy, yeah, cruise, I guess. Yeah,
games.
Fantasy rowing is a very difficult one. Fantasy curling.
They even have one for paintball, but that's small.
Nasty ass. Doesn't make any sense. You can just pick teams, I guess. Just do that. But I'm not gonna get into that one anytime soon. Love paintball. Not so much
fantasy Formula 1. Interesting.
Damn. See that sounds interesting to me. You're gonna have to teach me how to do that because I'm still lost in a lot of stuff like that. I only got into the fantasy football because some guys on here wanted to do it, and then we got some guys in town who are like, "Yeah, we'll do one too."
Yeah.
And definitely learning a lot more about the sport than I ever thought I would. Just because I just watch. I don't get too deep into them. I never thought I would be one of like, oh yeah, who's going to what teams?
Yeah,
it's a lot more interesting that way, actually. In my opinion.
But I do have a lot of fun though. You know, it's makes the season go by too fast though.
It does seem to speed it up a bit. But when we were locked down, they were still having games going, just minimum, crowds and stuff. I realized Amazon had Thursday Night Football, and every time I'd watch, whoever I wanted to win would lose. So I realized don't watch football on Amazon. I think everyone's got their own little rituals for that stuff. So I'd love to hear what are some like ridiculous rituals that you guys totally believe that help your team or who you want to win. Jeff says, I just found out Calvin Cook. Is that what I'm seeing? Calvin Cook is a free agent. Well, where would be good for him to go, though?
Well, I was gonna say they just announced that was it DeAndre Hopkins? After all the meetings with the Patriots, is more than likely gonna sign with the Titans. Doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. He said that he wanted to play with the team that was going to contend for a title, and I don't see that to be the Titans.
No, I don't see it being the Patriots either, though. So
They're just going to surprise you this year.
no, they're not.
They had a really good draft. They're going to surprise the shit out of you.
Bro, your Patriots gonna be as good as my Buccaneers this year. Not very.
Okay, you guys, right here, between Miguel and I'm saying the Patriots will have a better season. He's saying the Buccaneers will have a better season.
No, I didn't.
And we'll bet a 5-pack on it.
I didn't say that.
We'll bet a 5-pack.
I said they're both gonna do
Come on,
equally
don't be scared.
bad.
Don't be scared.
I think okay, no, fine. I will bet that we will win at least one more game than you guys do.
Okay.
Neither are going to the playoffs this year, I think.
Okay.
I don't see that happening. Jeff, where do I see this? The Patriots messed up on that one. That is on the Patriots.
I don't think it was the Patriots' fault. I mean, the Patriots had him out like 2 or 3 times, and I mean they did all they could. He decided to sign with the Titans. I don't know what that's all about.
Nah, they didn't want it bad enough.
I don't know what they promised him that would draw him away. I really don't.
Anyway, Eduardo, I had no idea there was a fantasy wrestling.
Yeah, it's called WWE.
If that's the joke in there, I'm gonna be so mad. No, I'm talking about because they're working to get it put into sports betting, which blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can you bet on that? That's not don't do that. You mean the Raiders? Oh gosh, being from California, I still can't root for the Raiders, even if they're in Vegas. And Vegas is probably one of my very favorite cities in the world, just to go to and hang out. And I've been thinking about moving out there a few times. It is what it is. Oh, who is the starting for the Niners?
Well, let's find out.
Pick that up. We'll get that in just a second, Archie. I want to get these other comments. I heard Miguel say that he's a Tampa Bay want to be. I would love that. That's just nudging out, just pushing out Vegas by just a hair or a fraction of a centimeter would be Tampa Bay. If I can move to 2 places in the world right now, those would be the 2 places. A kind of distant third would be in Texas somewhere. Couple of places.
It says here, this is updated from ESPN. They have Brandon Allen, Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, and Brock Purdy.
Who's starting then?
I'm assuming it's going to be Trey Lance if he's healthy.
Archie, I don't know who my favorite QB is right now. Newtown still playing?
Mm-mm.
No, huh? Yeah, no, he doesn't play either. I was a big fan of his. He has his own cigar lounge.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to go. It's in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to go to that.
I'm assuming it'll be Trey Lance. If not, they'll probably go with Sam Darnold. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to get back on the ball. McCoy's still playing, right?
He's a backup for a backup somewhere, I'm sure.
That's rough. He was really good. Just not big enough, I guess.
I guess not.
Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, here we go, Eduardo. No, there is really a fantasy wrestling leagues. Basically, you put points on matches, wins, promos, appearances on show, amongst other stuff. That's interesting, but for me, it's kind of subjective because if I don't like a wrestler, I ain't giving them the points.
Yeah,
it's upsetting because I bet you Roman Reigns has better matches than I give him credit for, but the outcome is what upsets me. So it's I'm not gonna watch him. He gets a thumbs down in my opinion, but he does good work still. There's no one's fault but my own for not liking him. All right, I don't think there's much more that he can do about that.
Can you put a poll up on the page?
Not now, not on this one.
Why?
I can do it later.
Right.
Oh, okay. You want it? Okay, later.
Yeah,
right.
We'll put a poll up. Let you guys vote who you think will be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. Brandon Allen, Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, or Brock Purdy. Or if you think someone else might be the starter.
Jeff says that it's still up in the air right now, or it's up for grabs. So that is interesting.
It seems like they have a pretty strong team this year. They can all stay healthy.
Did I miss a comment up here too? 1 year I took all Packers 7-0 until Rodgers got. Dang, that's a good year right there. Actually,
yeah.
Too bad, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, well, it's like drafting that cheater Brady. You do it to win fantasy, though. If you you don't like. I like Tom Brady. I don't care if he cheated. I don't care if it was real or not. If it was blown out of proportion, or if it was exactly on the conspiracy money. I am still a Tom Brady fan, even though he made some bad decisions. Probably should have just retired and kept the super duper hot wife.
I'm all about that 80 for Brady.
Oh god, if you guys haven't seen that movie, you might want to watch it.
Are there more Rams or Niner fans in Bakersfield? That's a good question.
That's a tough one.
I do know a few Rams fans, but I see more Niners gear.
There's a store in the mall. It's Raider Nation, and it's just
That's
Raiders
not what
stuff.
he asked.
Oh, sorry, no, it's Niners. Yeah, sorry. I don't know. I think I see more Niners fans for sure.
Yeah,
But if I'm just thinking California teams in general. Raiders dominated like by a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry about
I
that.
think 2 or 3 of the pizza places here are host
To the black
for the
hole.
Raider games for different Raider clubs.
Yeah, for the black holes that built. I told this story before, but a teacher of mine from Scotland went to his graduate school next to the Packer Stadium.
Lambeau Field.
Yeah, and he's a cheesehead. You know, him and his buddy, they went to a game where they were playing the Raiders in Oakland, and it was not good for them.
Mm-hmm.
You do not wear other people's stuff out there.
Yeah,
they got drinks tossed at them. It's brutal.
You know, you would be surprised. In California, it is big on the Raiders. The Niners up north to about here.
Yeah.
You do have your Chargers fans down south in San Diego and LA now.
Yeah.
Your Rams fans down mostly in LA, but they have some up here. But you'd be surprised. We do have a fair amount of Patriots fans up here. We do have a fair amount of Vikings fans up here for some reason.
I see a couple of the Buccaneers fans too.
A couple Buccaneers fans here and there, yeah. So there's craziness. I mean, there's a lot of different teams that are represented out here.
Yeah, for sure. And then I see this one. Will you still be a Brady fan if he dates Kim Kardashian? Probably.
That's bonus points right there.
Probably not.
I'm not gonna lie. I think she's super hot. I think that's bonus points.
I think she's not pretty enough to outweigh the damage she has done to society. All right, like that family has destroyed brain cells upon an entire generation, and it hurts to see what's happened. I fully believe that, like, everyone's like, oh, violent video games or violent music or political unrest on either side is the problem. No, I think it is social media celebrities like Kim Kardashian and that stuff. The bad baby, Bad Bunny, Bad Barbie, the Cash Me Outside girl, whatever her real name is, stuff like that. And then they do the challenges like the condom in the nose one and the lips one where people were like cutting their own lips with those glasses, all that stuff. That's what we're really screwed because of that.
The worst part about the Raiders, but no, I see it now. The Raiders now, no home field event. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. Oakland will drive out in droves to Allegiant Stadium.
See those buses?
Yeah, it is insane. It's not that far of a drive. I think it's like a 6-7 hour drive. They will make it for that game.
They all pitch in $50 and they have a chartered bus.
Yeah, they still have the black hole out at Allegiant Stadium, so they are not short of a home field advantage. And Vegas has been amazing at getting behind their sports teams now that they have football and hockey and are waiting to get the A's out there and eventually an expansion basketball team. They are behind their sports 110%. So they still have a big fan base and home field advantage out there.
Yeah, no, they I think they're just growing fans, and honestly, good for them. Like I might not like the Raiders, but they got dedicated fans. Good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them. I know she's a rapper now, Eduardo. Yeah, I am. I blame Dr. Phil for that. Like, I think it was on Rogan's podcast. He was talking about that. It's definitely his fault that she got as popular as she did. Just crumbling a little more. Every time a new, I think, TikTok dance goes on, one less book gets read by the population. All right,
did she started OnlyFans and made like $1 million in like one day?
a couple hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to look at like a golden or silver lining to it. If you want to show yourself off, go make some money out there. I'm not going to subscribe. I'm telling you right now, but I appreciate you.
Above Archie's first comment up there, they're saying about the Niners quarterback situation. Click on that one. Up,
Uh,
up, up,
this one,
up, right
this.
there.
Oh,
That's from Jeff. Okay, I think Trey Lance will start at the beginning of the season. Doesn't do well. Purdy is not ready. Donald will come in until Purdy's ready. That's not a bad. I mean, I know that's Trey Lance was like the whole future. That's what they're banking on. Um, but I do think that's what they got Sam Darnold is as a backup, just in case somebody's not ready to go, someone gets injured. He's a veteran, so he'll be able to step in.
and I'm with Jeff on this. Gambling and sports. Who would have thought it would do well? Well, that's crazy.
Well, that's why they kept it out of Vegas for so long.
Dangerous.
Yeah. They didn't want people that lived in the city to be able to fix the games.
Fixing games.
So
manipulating the what do you call it? The odds and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a great thing for them because not just the betting and the games themselves, the merchandise, the new places that are going up, the new
tourism increase.
Yeah, and it's already a tourist trap for days. Don't get me wrong, but now you got Golden Knights fans everywhere because they're winning. They're not just a team. They're doing very well. The Raiders will get there again. They've been good before. They could be good again someday. I don't, whatever. I'm looking forward to them having a baseball team and a basketball team, especially since basketball is indoors.
They messed up though. All of their renderings for the expensive stadium and the more cost-effective stadium from the MLB are both open air stadiums.
Oh, that's right, huh?
They weren't closed stadiums, so that I think that was a big mistake on their part.
I don't know.
They should be closed top, or at least a retractable top, to keep out that sun. So I do think they made a mistake on that.
Yeah, figure out something. Moving to Bakersfield, hook you guys. Yeah, absolutely, brother. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah.
What do you call it? Let us know when you get into town. We'll show you the lounges. It's good. There's some pretty great places.
Moving here, you can definitely join the lounge, brother.
Right here, 24-hour access. The AC is kicking on right now as we speak. It feels so much better than out there. Jip, and Lake means filling back up. Filling back up so they'll have plenty of water for all the sports. Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's not a bad point. There's so much to be done in Vegas. They will build it if it's not ready to be done. They will just set it up.
Yep.
Who's the greatest 49ers player?
Oh man, of all time? You got what? Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott.
Who'd you pick out of those three?
I'd
go Rice.
That's not even the there's way more than that. I mean, those are just popped in my head right away. Jerry Rice. Dang man, that's a good question. I would have to think about that one for a bit. That could be another poll right there. Who's the greatest 49er of all time?
Solid question.
It's a solid question.
Like,
I mean,
sorry, I was reading the comments.
No, I mean you can go off of best defensive player of all time on their team and pick 2 or 3 guys. Offensive, man, that's a crazy hard question. I mean, usually it's a quarterback, but they've had some great wide receivers, running backs. Shit, that's crazy. Frank Gore, he could definitely be up there.
Did he start with him?
Yeah.
No, really?
I believe so.
I thought he was somewhere else first. I don't know. Okay, I'll have to look into that. Like Mead. Okay, so long as you're not talking about those boat races, that like skim across the top, going God knows how fast. He's like 90 miles an hour over the water. I don't know how many knots that is. I'm not a Navy guy. He's supposed to know that stuff. Every time I've ever watched those, like say YouTube or something, the compilations right after are always the worst accidents. It looks just so dangerous. And we have those races up here as well.
But those things just catch just a little bit of air and they're done.
Yeah, you get a little bump on the water, all of a sudden you're tumbling. That looks
as
intense.
It disintegrates.
Yeah, it explodes just every which way you look. Ooh, that's nice. I gotta take off my first band real quick.
Yeah, again, you guys, we were smoking the Oliva Cervi Melanio Maduro.
Yeah.
And again, in my opinion, I do prefer the original Melanio
Yeah, man.
with the Sumatra wrapper. That's just my preference for this blend. But still a really good cigar. Thank you to Manny, our rep, for bringing us up. Greatest athlete to come out of Bakersfield. Um,
That's a tough question.
I'm not
Holy
originally
crap,
from
yeah.
Bakersfield, so I really don't know a whole lot about who's come out of Bakersfield. But what the heck? Frank
The Carr brothers.
Frank Griffith, is that his name?
For what?
I believe he's a football player. Let me look it up.
I would say the Carr brothers did pretty well, but they also do well for the community too.
Yeah.
Probably not shown as much just because they're in the sports light everywhere else, but here in town they do a lot of charity work. They will do charity events and help out, autographs or help donate to them. They're really good guys.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot more than just play ball. So when you hear the name Deion Sanders, does the 49ers pop into your mind? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't. I'm gonna go with no with that. But Deion Sanders is a name that does pop up in my mind. Like that, he gets more recognition than the 49ers, in my opinion, just because I'm not a 49ers fan. But you can't deny he's a great player. Oh, yes, of course. The legend of Frankie Rodriguez is one of the greatest 9-ball players to be in a losing situation right now because the last time he played, he lost. So when are you going to fix that, Frankie?
I want to fix that very soon.
I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's got it in him anymore. The skills are gone. The game is past him. His best days are behind him. But it take a lot of steroids and a lot of greasing some palms to make that happen. That would be a deflate gate, but I don't think you can deflate pull cues or what do you call it, the 9 balls. It's not going to work out.
So this just shows me a list of players from the NFL. It doesn't give me anything else. I would say though from Ventura, Cedric Ceballos. From he used to play on the Lakers. Yeah, Derek Carr.
What is up? Gian is checking in over on YouTube. Again, guys, for those who might not know, what the heck? Sorry, that was a mess up. For those who might not know, you can also watch this over on YouTube and Twitter right now.
Joey Porter.
Well, what? He's from here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right.
He was an original club member.
Yeah, he was. We never met him though. Like he was never here. We met him over at Cubanos when that was still a thing.
Rodney White. Right.
I forgot all about that. Holy crap. I don't know how big of names they are. It feels weird because like they're from here. So when you hear about them, it's just like people will have their stories with some of those people, especially Porter. That when you said the name, I wasn't thinking sports at all. I was just thinking the old stories we heard about in town.
Mm-hmm.
And they are crazy. We can't go into them, not on camera, but they are very interesting. I will say that at the very least, very interesting. Dang it, I was mentioning the simulcast. Yes, we are live on at least 3 different platforms at all times. Twitter's the only one you cannot comment on, though. So I apologize. Yeah, Tim checking in. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
That being said, if you guys have someone famous that
from your area,
let us know.
Down to hear that.
I mean, not obviously not your state, because lots of people from the state, but from your city. Now there was Tim working on that heat. I feel bad for you, brother. I was just talking about that.
Try to stay hydrated at least, bro.
At our private school every year, we had a fall festival where we have like carnival games. We have food. My grandma always was at the burrito booth. We had like the cake walk where you'd walk around the little track, and everyone have notched a number.
Yep.
And when the music stops, whatever numbers you're on, you'd stay there. It'd spin a wheel. If your number got called, you won a cake.
Yeah,
stupid shit like that. You could win them little tickets to get prizes. Well, we had this baseball player named Brooke Jacoby. He played for the Indians, and he lived in Ventura during the off season with his family. And his son went to our school. I don't know why. He was there, I think, maybe 4 or 5 years before they ended up moving away because he got traded to a different team and they moved to that city. I think he went to Japan, actually. I think I remember him saying he was going to Japan.
Damn.
I was always starstruck. So I would always take my tickets and get his autograph on cards, baseballs. To this day, I can't find a single one. But I remember him. His name was Brooke Jacoby. He played for the Indians. It was awesome.
Cool. Pretty cool, though. Pretty damn cool. Brian checking in. That lucky was an cigar. Appreciate that, brother. That is our Connecticut. For those who don't know, he's a Connecticut rapper over a Dominican binder with Dominican, African, Cameroon, and U.S. Pennsylvania Pennsylvania Lajero fillers. If you want to get them, we're going to be over at Cigars and More this Friday from 3 to close. If you want to order them from the shop, from the online store.
No way.
What?
Eduardo, I haven't seen or heard of him in years. But if you ever talk to him, ask him if you remember signing autographs in Ventura for Our Lady of the Assumption fall festivals.
That's insane.
And if he remembers one annoying little Mexican kid that always got his autograph.
You were less annoying back then, don't worry.
True.
It was different, yeah.
I would love to hear what he's been up to. I mean, shit, if you can get him to come on the show, I'd love him to have him come on the show because that'd be freaking awesome.
That's crazy. I would not. It just shows a small world right there.
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, sorry. The online store link is the first in the description, guys. We have the sample packs on there. We've got the Have It All. You can get 5 packs, whatever you like. It is on there right now.
And I think, not saying if you want to, but if you want to, guys, wait till Friday. They would have during the show specials for Friday. So if they order them, they can't be in the shop on Friday. They can order them on Friday, and they'll get a discount.
Yeah, you can take care of that as well. Yeah, we'll work on that. Sorry, I misspoke.
Oh, damn, got my hopes up, bro.
Oh, okay, no worries. He was from Philly though. That's still pretty cool. That's a shared history back
there.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a huge name either. So the fact you remember his name is pretty cool.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He wasn't the best, but he was good.
I mean, he made it in MLB. You got to be good.
I was hearing about player disparity in pay from the players to the execs, the higher ups, and whatnot. And like obviously the guys who put the money in are gonna get more money out. But you can't get any of that money out.
That's just capitalism, man.
I'm sorry, but you can't get any money out if the people doing the work aren't paid properly.
Right.
So I believe at the end of 2025 or 2026, there will not be a player in the NFL at least who makes under $1 million a year.
That's good.
That includes
practice squad,
and because those guys are trying, hopefully, maybe one day get to be on the team, third string or something.
Well, shit, that's why they're there, man.
Yeah, to continue to work and make the team better. And they're very short careers. Let's look. There's not that many Tom Brady's playing for 20 some years. That's not the thing. You're looking at, I think it was 7 years tops for certain.
7 to 8, yeah.
Yeah, and then even shorter for the line because they're constantly getting beat up on there. So if you're banking on that being a career in life, and your career consists of less than 10 years, you got to make some money.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's awesome. Like, I can't stand him. He went and bought part of the Royals.
Oh, not Kaepernick. Mahomes.
Mahomes, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's smart of him.
Yeah.
He's making enough money where he didn't need to invest other than like into a 401k style investing.
Right. Well, I mean,
5-10% a year back.
You look back when the Dodgers signed Kevin Brown for $100 million, and that was the biggest contract baseball had ever seen. And now guys are getting like $300 million just because they're first baseman or something, and it's insane. So how quickly they go up.
Well, what's his name for soccer? Messi or
Lionel Messi.
Messi, yeah, Messi. I want to say he's getting close to 400 for 4 years,
and he's getting like part of the team or
part
something.
Part of the team and part of his sales.
Yeah.
So it's a deal that has not been done.
See,
like
that kind of deal. If you're smart with your money, you never have to work again.
No, he does. He doesn't have to work now.
Yeah.
He does it because of love of the game and because they just dumped a bucket. They dumped a truck of money on him. All right. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, him ending up in Miami was
insane.
I remember 2 years ago he did an interview, maybe it was 3, where they were talking about the best player in Major League Soccer, and him. And he's like, "Who's the best player in the world?" He's like, "I am." So well, how can you say that when there's this guy? He's like, "Where does he play? Major League Soccer? Yeah. Where do I play? Come on, no comparison."
It's not fair.
Yeah.
Not saying like, okay, let's just be honest. Yeah, U.S. soccer versus it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's okay. We don't gotta be number one in everything. All right, we're number one where it counts. You know how many European countries have won a Super Bowl? 0. Boom. Just that track record is nonstop, not slowing down. Oh my gosh.
So where does Barkley end up? Which Barkley are we talking about? The former or the running back from the Giants? Is that who we're talking about? Only a boxer could blow through that much money.
Oh man.
Saquon Barkley. I don't know. I'll tell you this though, he's done really well for me in the past for fantasy. I've had him 2 years running. He's done really, really well for me. So wherever he ends up, if it's a good system, I'll definitely pick him up again. Oh, he didn't sign. Oh wow. Ooh. Dang. I mean, clearly my first thing's gonna be always go to the Patriots, but I don't know, man. They have Stevenson, who's turning out to be a really good running back. Man, it just depends on who needs them. You know, the Niners got McCaffrey a while back. I honestly, that's a good one. I'd have to see who needs one. He's a quality running back, so it'd have to be the right price, the right spot, the right team. Yeah, that's a great question.
So what exactly is this deadline we're talking about though?
Signing deadline
for
NFL.
That, so any team, not just like specifically he had a deal going already.
And then he become a free agent.
Does that affect? Will he lose money for missing that, or is that
not if his contract is up? Okay. If he had an option to come out, maybe. But if his contract was up and he didn't re-sign, then no, because that means they've all been paid their money.
So now it's time to move on, move forward. Okay, good for him, and in kind of a way, at least. John, how you doing? Good to see you.
Let's see if I can find anything out about that real quick.
Check it out real quick. We have to do an episode of that then, of just like a wrap up of sports news. Get all that in the base, so I have more to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys. My sports knowledge is I like watching certain teams. I won't lie to you guys. I love watching the Dodgers play. A little bit less right now. Still mad at them. Watching Buccaneers play, even though we lost quite a bit last year, and we're probably going to do a little more losing the years to follow, but don't matter to me. I watched them when they were doing terrible. Watched them doing great. Love it either way. Hockey is wonderful, especially live in the arena. Hockey is where I like to watch. I don't mind watching on TV. But even here in Bakersfield, we have the ECHL teams, which is the Condors, and I love going to watch those games. It's so much fun. The crowd gets into it. It is a phenomenal time. What's up, Mike? So, sports in general are fun. And the only sport I cannot watch and have a good time, I have found out, is just soccer. I don't like watching soccer. It's boring to me. The one time I got into it was at TPE or was that PCA when El Septimo threw the game on? I think it was TPE. So El Septimo is a giant LED screen where they play their promos for their cigars, obviously, right? Well, the World Cup was going on, and I forget who versus who, but everyone decided no more business today. We're gonna turn it on the big screen. And every booth cleared out and stared at this giant screen. Everyone from the vape and the CBD side cleared out of their booths, came to watch it. And you had like 400 or 500 guys and girls just staring up at the screen, cheering on soccer. And then I saw like, okay, people get into this. You know, the passion is there. That's awesome. Happy for them. I still was kind of bored watching it.
So, Saquon Barkley has a franchise tag on him. Interesting.
Okay, Henry might be right here. I've not actually watched pickleball, though I do understand the game of pickleball very well. I explained to Frankie many times. It's a game we can play with 1, 2, or a team of players. It's good for exercise and to get your body moving.
So, even though he hasn't signed with the Giants, re-signed with the Giants, He's still a member of the team, and until they come up with a contract, he is not required to do any of the team trainings, team practices, or games. So he can go into the season not playing, but he's still on the team.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Like Le'Veon Bell did that back 2016, 2017, where he was still franchise tagged on the team but didn't play like almost the entire season. So
That's a thing.
yeah, they
Jeez.
can't agree to terms yet.
So he didn't have to play.
He does not have to play.
That's insane to me. But all right, whatever. And who's the greatest? I just saw Jess gone. Who's the greatest pickleball player of all time? I guess it would probably be Mike. He's a member of the club here. His skills are known throughout the land. Just enjoying some ice cream on this hot ass day. I just saw that right now. I just noticed that. Apologize. I'm looking off screen, but for good reasons. All right, people. And I think the Giants can match any offer if they still want him.
I wouldn't doubt they still want him, but they want him at a more reasonable price. That's why they franchise tagged him. So he gets the average of whatever the top 5 players are in his position. So they don't have to give him some kind of a
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Richard, God damn it, Richard. Pickles. People put pickles on anything. There was a whole place that was called Chicken Pickles and Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Chicken Pickles?
Chicken pickle.
In Texas, and a buddy of ours works there. But it was a little further away than we were expecting. It was like half an hour from where we were at.
Yeah, next time, Richard, you got to get there earlier.
And we're gonna go Chicken Pickle.
We're gonna go Chicken Pickle.
Chicken Pickle. I will have my pickleball skills up by then. I'll do my best. Looking for his number, but they want to keep him cheap. I could see another team offering more. Nothing wrong with that.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is they want to get him somewhere where they're more comfortable. He wants something that he thinks he's worth more. You could see him go to another team. I think in that situation, if he does go to another team, they will have to absorb some of the money that they pay him.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird how their contracts work. It's not like you play for us, this is what you'll make.
That's how it should be. But
there is guaranteed money that he was guaranteed to make.
Yeah.
But then you have incentives, bonuses, fucking if he gets injured,
oh yeah, the
options, all kinds of crazy stuff in their contract, which is why they need good lawyers.
Makes sense. And then after that, I mean, you still have endorsement deals you can do, commercial work, whatever.
Yeah, Michael Jordan made more off of endorsements than he ever did playing.
Yeah, well, a lot of them do now. And you know what? Good for them. You know, I'm not faulting you for that. If you can sell a bunch of Nikes, I'm happy for you. Man, what was this one? I'd rather watch cornhole than pickleball anytime. I don't know, Jeff, because people who play cornhole get real into that, and they will let you know.
Especially if you're cheated out of points, and so you don't win.
You didn't cheat. Tim beat you fair and square. If he's watching right now, I know he's dealing with the heat, but you lost.
My own brother cheated me out of points, so I would lose.
You lost because you didn't score as much, and he scored more points than you. Yeah.
I didn't lose. I just simply ran out of time.
And you lost.
Vincent Barty.
He can say that. He's allowed to. He's champion.
No, there's Tim right there.
Yeah. You lost. Tim is champion right now, all right? We got to get that.
I don't see that on a plaque. Until I see it on a plaque, it didn't happen.
Anyway, we got to wrap up soon. Yeah, Tim, we got to set that up again because he got to defend his championship. Ernest Waller, when he stays healthy, he will kill it.
Yeah.
Understandable. Yeah, 100%. We got to get moving. Last thing I want to leave you guys with is just, Frankie did not win that tournament. That's really what this whole episode boils down to. And he did cheat at the 9-ball the first time. So
I didn't cheat. Everybody else kept scratching.
Yeah, somehow. I don't know what you paid them to lose, but it must have been something good. Must have been something worth it. Nonetheless, guys, thank you so much. We will be back with you Wednesday with the guest that we wanted to get on last week, but just some scheduling conflicts, so getting them back on. Do me a favor and be on the lookout on the website. Hopefully we can he's a sore loser. Yeah, he is.
Thanks, Peter.
What do you call it? In his defense, though, our whole family is. I think the only one who does it okay is probably Valerie, because she doesn't really get competitive that way. But if you see the boys, any of the younger ones, they do not like to lose. That's why I'm not allowed to play air hockey anymore. We'll just say that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But check out the website, guys. First link in the description. Check out our sponsors. You got Artista Cigars there in the corner. Cigar Heritage Festival. Their links are also there in the description. Check them out. It is coming to that time. We get some tickets, get some new cigars, see the whole new rebranding for Artista. It looks beautiful.
Start planning for your trip to Cigar Heritage Festival now, guys. Not going to want to miss it. So much fun. You're going to want to be there at least a couple days before the event to hang out and check out everything Ybor City has to offer.
100%.
The JC Newman party, the White Party,
Factory tour.
the factory tour, the street itself, everything. You're gonna want to definitely make sure you have some time.
Exact date, I'm not sure, but it's usually beginning of December.
Mm-hmm.
So I will get an exact date ASAP.
Great weather and
great cigars everywhere.
Definitely, if you guys are able to come out and meet up with us, we'll go have some drinks at the Reservoir Bar.
The Reservoir Bar, man. I'll have to drink some more Scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely gonna have to have.
That'd be cool if we get like 20 of us out there and we all do the Scorpion shot.
I'll bug Kat and them again. Just finished talking to her the other day. If she's watching, good to see you again. Keep slinging those drinks over at the Cathedral. Loved it. All right, people. Now we really got to go. All right, we will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of your day. Try to stay cool out there, and we'll talk to you Wednesday.
See you guys.